abundantly clear that it was my predecessor who filed the appeal. However, coming into office, I reviewed what was filed, and I directed the Director of Public Prosecutions to file opposing the appeal, because we believe that the High Court judgment had merit. Now, with this judgment, I've also directed the Director of Public Prosecutions to file a notice of appeal and apply for stay of execution, meaning that if the stay is granted, the status quo will prevail until such a time that the Supreme Court has had time to review the appeal and then made a determination. So that is all that I can say for now. I have a soft copy of the judgment. I'm yet to peruse it and then come to a firm conclusion as to what will be our grounds of appeal. But I want to emphasize that I believe that the judgment of the High Court had merit, and that the United States District Court that extradited her to Ghana had a basis for making a determination that she was the proper subject for extradition.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is dedicated 4 Stars Radio TV, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. I'm so excited. This is not a beautiful day. Me and the panelists, we are going to have some few discussions about what went out in our beautiful and a great country, Ghana, for the rest of the week. We understand that there are some acquittal and discharge issues going on in the country. And so we're gonna have a fair share in it. It's for wunia ba wunia bi amane na ka kire ni say emrena so na ye ba be pense nsemo ha. Many mabejofo wo fa yawo just for kan mami ama na ya twetwe nsem we na adeche ne yante asem foforo ani ye nchi na nyansa so ani obakofo trim. Ntinia wonu ube hunu say eyema wono na che say obakofo so de na enye emfema no ntino. Yeah, 12 Jumedian. So, 4 Stars Atlanta, Lawrenceville. Say, we hear Jumedia, Bomodiana, to suffer free, and it is a Yamran and Mamashe. And for my will be a champhony, will be a Udichame, and I will be so bonum, Yonina, and it is a Yaquin. And that's why Jumebia, Abef, Jumain Qua, and Inteno, we hear Bibiana, one may as watching it, just say, Yato, appetite at the amount. Inteno. Ye be fiti ase dia asem na aba efie woso na ye die Sedinam Tamakloe ye na ye nim Sedinam Tamakloe no ye CEO e wo Masloc Masloc Jumekodu a chese aban ne pato ho edi ma Ghana fo nyina se obi ho kire no obi hiahia no na se obi pedwuma sonko bi edi na se wo ne okodi nkomo na ya akwanya ne wo ho so mbebo wa na chese wo mo abo na e ba ne sen Abra abani free so no na yehunu se katasehye ne dream bi akoso ewo ho enti ono besere kwan Sedinam Tamakloe besere kwan se ne ho dodo no kakra se de AG Attorney General kan no enti wokọ akọ sa ne ho yare kakra ewo amanone ana wokọ ye tun safre no aban a etwemu koyi a etwin safre no frɛ no went to me amba and after ye hwehwe ne nsɛm no ye hu sɛ na katasehye bi akoso e wona kache enti no ye bɔ no kwedu na ye ka sɛ ene woni ha kra no a o sɛ kokotwiri abankuku mu mfiedu enti mfie nson ne a ɛgye sɛ wɔkɔ hye amanone na aban fufuro yi ba na aban eba so yi na waba oba ye no so no kokoasa sa wakokodi baby na ye hwehwe no kura ye hu no say efiase no kura so wokoye o ade chi na ye nkonkote a ye say ye gya no esan say ye hwehwe ne nsemu no na je say oni boni bia ana ye gya no na enipa dodo no a ebisa say aban fufuro we no enipa twitwe drill ye am aban we yi won free katasehye no proye mu a just a dream pa nie nti ama nipa bebre bu efu din ya say eba ni sen abanda de twem ko yi na ye frɛ omampani ni client agent nti sisi an de dini na ye mfama no nti dareke say o temi nke sisi a asɛm a ɛda ho no na me twa me ho abisisi a na madam abejafo ne di na ya to aso Frabunia bi na bona mandie wola kiso na wa share na je say ye ko yunimu a anisa enti na menkoi mamiama ne di kan ba ya mamiama mo akwaba
Jaja.
bibia boko de ebusuafo bi anwo ye
Yesu adom.
good anya menko enkoma wofa ya so akwaba wofa ya mo akwaba
Like me hoye na ajo uzo.
yegu so mete unka na je say meni agi sa
Kroboni ni fufuo no na.
wofa mami mami ama ne ba o mami ama ne ba ne wofa ya o intine ne
Kroboni kwai no.
eno krobofo muntie mu sese peni e wa sa bebe vida mo se menko echia asafaka papa
Yeah,
aha adi say
otwedi amponyame okokruko onyankopon nadom. Hey, na ofa ya yiri
ne we fa ho ben
no, oh, mami Musa, I'm very, very proud. Kwabra, you know, mami Kasemo. Let me feel say ofa ya, say me so ofi, chairman ya wape president ya di krumu hobe. And this offer our three abaware Kroboni voter regional. I give him 2 thumbs up because the man who grow him said they were very tribalistic and dynamic answer when in Latin bepe.
Okay, Joe. Enyepe, you know. Joe. Ebusia for asema say you can say acquittal and discharge emunti ase no etisen twese wanye boni bia entene fa hu kokodi na sasemo abe wonye boni bia Sedinam Tamakloe nye boni bia asembisa no nti obi enti enyesa enya de metumi asen repeat ne biomu acquittal and discharge. What does this mean from a legal perspective? Does this mean? Does this mean, say, side way I restore public confidence and as you see, ama obia yemu abuto say Sedinam Tamakloe a court of competent jurisdiction. Ebu na ten say won konkodem infiedu. We free a chromo for infeation no wasai aba. Waba ya aban n'aban ɛsɛ wɔnyɛ bɔne bi mama saa asɛm wei no
Yes, Papa.
wohu ne sɛ wofa ne sɛ timamufoɔ wɔtie bebree timamufoɔ ɛhu ne sɛ yɛko katasohyɛ ne porɔyɛ anaasɛ wodi bɔne a ɛna yɛde bi ɛka ho mama mentie o
Yo, Daddy K, me da se bi chia me nua no mo chia etiefo gyina na. Oni bibi. Me there to be honest with you. Enye se bibi a anka me topic we me mma so because sa nkofo individuals so mu disika no. Na me pese ma ka ma se because me nya bi ndi ye nti no. Na ha me pa. Obi akɔgye disika di na me na ma betra ha na ma discuss no. Say na odi bi Ghana would me come as Ghana any Africa for na obu nka nokre Ghana any Africa for yene see yene first civilized yene yesua British for na but yen ka nokre sabi sada NDC for Jimmy no sada MPP for so Jimmy na tama omu ka say Sedinam ayese no se shi ni wa akomo ade on sisa na NDC for no mu bisa say
Kenforata
Kenforata onu kwa na wo onu so se wonye bone a anye wo ne bechi na wa anye bon look se maame no wandi bi kra nensa engo no afọ nensa ho odibi she bi bian adan adisi IPP for majibi na wo wadwana akọhye 7 years a wakotrasia ma wa baba oni bibi that is wadiska no until wo de me de maame nje me ho because ade na ye mebufu man ka tira na meboa sika obodo say omodo ne baaye ase kire say sika aha ye repatriation ni amana ye say sika that ebia what is called of enimu na asem no beka but whether na or you guilty of NPP people are not stupid as same as NDC say they are not stupid no but some political gimmicks every time especially obidi boni amomi yankan your security the back no so the best study as an example among the country na oman fa the to baba infra but bibia na makataso sa na ni pa ko na fa ni wedi na fe de ni start from baby ni start ko ti obi yes ade okay then they refer it to Sedinam no then anybody send yes ade say look that is I would like to be more of a listener today than to even tipping because I just have a move for my and then I go for your ticket up and down. But a bra me pre now or babesia what you up to executive place for Ghana. And I want to trust to see a she knew. She knew what saying. She knew that's a big question mark. She knew what saying. As a fakaka wasam. And I said,
wafaya
the back and ask someone come answer.
wafaya mintie usu wafaya mintie
Okay, Daddy K. Thank you very much. Nche dika mechia co-panelists nyina. Mechia ya TFO nyina, mechia President John Dramani Mahama. Aye reset Ghana. Judicial ni ayi ni nyina kan reset na ye part of it. Nyame anim Daddy K say wa unim say me dey me proponent of what? Somebody who kick against corruption in the country. Me obia MPP say me ka say man kasa form about corruption dey na me boa. Eyi bi ebe bia me raise again. But ne kura woman said Daddy K. Say who person ye prosecute bia. We know you are found, you can only be found guilty until proving you be guilty until proven by competent of law, right? A law court and be prove you guilty. And him about this MPP government, you know, and he say so omo madwin say omo de omo ni si uso adadike whether ade no why you wan you be create omo be create story ato na kwan bia so omo omo adwin so omo de ube kwa kotum na omo de watum. I am not saying say so be bone adadike yemfa no kotum because say wa wunim say me dey make against corruption right who for mining sika meka whether you at both side MPP or NDC I will say it because ye nyina nim say corruption e di or mining ya. But let's look at this case, Daddy K. Cases now, yɛde abɔ no no enti ano mo try na later omu sentence no or appeal for no that came part of judgment na judges no mo try na appeal no so de buy na that came in some of my level against ni nyina no judges no strike ni nyina fi mu say it has no merit. The reason is saying that came my more typical examples me my ready judgment no I don't side with say obi be ye yini akwa yina free. Me kura me say ye yina free na me I wasn't happy. But when I went through the judgment, my mema on tiasia so judges no mo tra case no so no. 3 of them kufuo na appointee omo enye NDC judges. They are fully MPP what do you call it? MPP judges, Supreme Court judges. And that the my mema typical example. Say you say 300 basis be wa kra basis no and wadi hu sika so what they say wadi hu sika o sa na ya state attorney general which is Godfrey Damia state was eyinimo eno na edi bua ne for no meanwhile no that the case o case no ma sa 300 basis na yes wa kra di hu sika no se bas no krampo wanje bas kra she did not receive the basis and she did not even ordered for the payment of the basis. It was after she left government now Akufo-Addo government no buy na kenu purata enu na negotiate basis no e mark Stephen Amwa now the then finance minister and they issue payment no more 300 basis no buy enti capre about 300 basis na ye level against no when di mu capre no we di mu sampoa memfa enu nti nchen enti na judges no striking out sika bi ba yesi won fama Kantamanto flood victims.
Yeah.
What they say?
Yeah.
About 300 and something million. Sa 300 and something million that the unim say ye kofa witness mienu free sa area no babe testify tama no mudi nasem no. Tama 2 witnesses e wo court ayinumo evidence mu say wa chess kana masa Kantamanto flood witness ni nyina ba ni nyina chi no Godfredo da me ne nkrofo ba no mo bogu ye say da bi sika no ofadi ye ema ye de ka ho enu ti ne sentence no judges no ba be wura mu no ready asem no hu say no this is a testimony 2 people have testified say oko chess sika no ma Kantamanto free bottom to ni nyina sika no wandi mu kapre so what you say enu na ma me amba e kan en ma me ka asem ba ko nka ho enumu odi kakra obetimi adibi baye there was evidence wakoche sika no so what you say it wakoche sika na nipa bedi hu adanse ya why do you label it against ni say nti yin yemfa no nkotum this point you say otua ne hu oma no no ankasa ne hu S gracia educate asem no S gracia say ebetua S gracia ma aban ko mufi aban mu ne ebetua S gracia eye the chief of staff no mu ne be prove S gracia number say who deserve article 71 holder enti entu amount but according to sentence na the sentence you so no na approve ni ho S gracia tua sika na ma ne ho meanwhile the thing came from the prepared from the chief of staff which is Julius Debra no mo na yes it wasn't from her says sika twitwire dey na yama S gracia ni benefit ni ade ni o receive no as a CEO for Masloc enya ono ani 2 means so but wo court case no madadi ke muntie ni atiefo amuntie ni ye yes ono ankasa na prepare document no man ho sie ntua sika no ma no titi case say judge bi afa obi hu tan adinu for adina kotum na new judges abetena se go through case no nyina hu say sa de we nyina eyo tan hunu sa ne ma mo kan nyina onyo na ye ya almost strike ni nyina out enu nti no ma set no free me ma typical example another case here you say 500,000 sika bi a nkofo bi bo busua that the unim said there ono so koye e case no sika no mo de buy no so wendi o the thing was there and he put the thing back but you say I didn't know throw check about it ana me I check no throw and one fan ko to na account mu or the two into the Masloc account. Enti sa sika na mo kan mo ntimi trace no ba bia nko hu se sa 500,000 na nkropon ba gi loan no o de akoto na account mu ba mo se adenti no chro check no so mo hu sika no so se o de scanner to but the check wasn't in her account dedicate me fa we mu bo e kwado se kodam a na adenti nsem na me ka chro me ba o be bisa ma sem ba me pese me kyerɛkyerɛ mu atiefo tie enti no mo tie ni ye ni aha enti no me person me chere ni say daddy ke me person me bobo me listing is na main thing na ma ka chere no the reason why she was set free ma me ma typical example bi daddy ke me yen fanto hu mienu ama the MPP the way they behave
Unim say you
I me ma fanto hu yes ye the mre na ye adwuma ma chere we nu it's okay ma me chere me father wa when we are to forcing case
you only have 1 minute.
I me pacho what you are to forcing case no ato forcing ambulance case no when di capre almost nkonkoni enduro ni ambulance no munti no mo prosecute no company ne say ye de nduro na ba mumra me me hihye mu ma mo na ye mfa nhye mu almost da bi ye mpe okay and ye be ba be fire ambulance ne de musika ma da bi ye mpe gofre da me ne Nkrofo say just ye de ato force kotum this is what they were doing to Sedinam Tamakloe so what they say
all right
and no na me pese me yen in fact ma obi atie enti so ma ye o ma din so me di ubetuma we den one ni capre kra ye di ubekwa kotum sa na ti o me case no koye enti no judge no fa na hu say a conspiracy against her just to put her in jail sa na kufo ye o heti chachuchi kata ndi capre kra so di no bekwa kotum kwan bia so di no kotum no wo fa sika no o invest di adua mo odua mo a ebema mfaso ama GMPC anya mfaso ku force da bia causing financial loss to the state enti chachu nkodam ni nyina yo otanhu na wanya ma chachu because oni chachu na ko Oxford University chachu ni ma de eche no oni hwehwe chachu agi award nyina o Oxford no wanya ba kokura so ade ase aha enti sanet ye hatred keke edi manuasi
all right but you're careful wouldn't obi the level of understand obi the level of intelligence ye never class baako na so ye be kira de be wi ase na obi benya ni na obi susu benya baako but ye na ye class so ye nsɔhwe a obehun sɛ nia wo be bato no kra na betumi ni akwanyan na waba bedi ni mu nti no you don't say that don't go there how dear menko we are talking about corruption katasechane proye na ade e koso no ya just be careful na wanu nko you ka on say sisi a emra ye wo mu enye mrepa on wo kasa na wanga say yi a obi hu ade be che no na konson egu nsa menko echia asafaka papa ejia hello ejia asafaka just for come fine. Papa Safo aka okay. Say minti just for kanka antino. More me share adie waha. Just for ka. All right. You go to Attorney General Bimba.
This morning the Court of Appeal issued a decision unanimously acquitting and discharging Sedinam Tamakloe, who was convicted of various offenses in absentia because, she was standing trial, and in the course of the trial, she sought permission to travel abroad for.
Na ukoko shayin na
me
but na se me frefro sa wo mente unka okay yentie wo so wa fam ze sene what mama mane wo fa de
kwabra me wo so
ana me se kasa metie
hello
kasa na metie wonte menka sa wonte menka de ana
wonte menka
medical reasons
kwabra
and then remain in the United this morning the Court of Appeal issued a decision unanimously acquitting and discharging Sedinam Tamakloe, who was convicted of various offenses in absentia because, she was standing trial, and in the course of the trial, she sought permission to travel abroad for medical reasons and then remain in the United States for the rest of the trial. The trial court convicted her of the offenses charged, and then an appeal was filed by her lawyers in May 2024. I want this to be made abundantly clear that it was my predecessor who filed the appeal. However, coming into office, I reviewed what was filed, and I directed the Director of Public Prosecutions to file opposing the appeal, because we believe that the High Court judgment had merit. Now, with this judgment, I've also directed the Director of Public Prosecutions to file a notice of appeal and apply for stay of execution, meaning that if the stay is granted, the status quo will prevail until such a time that the Supreme Court has had time to review the appeal and then made a determination. So that is all that I can say for now. I have a soft copy of the judgment. I'm yet to peruse it and then come to a firm conclusion as to what will be our grounds of appeal. But I want to emphasize that I believe that the judgment of the High Court had merit, and that the United States District Court that extradited her to Ghana had a basis for making a determination that she was the proper subject.
Yes, I'm going to see AG Biomontana. Wow, I feel so. Babakai, Sam, Pepe, and Conho. And to make sure AG, except for a say, Miss Sabacano Ccia, not just also the Nidia Abba. Jessica, hello.
Yeah, Cabra. What do you mean?
Ccia, the Mitunka.
Take a lower mama super, maybe a Michelle that's Bianca Bob. Come no dear papa, because I never person me back at Sempa. You are some message.
But Susukasa, yeah.
The kind of me cheer on my Ghana phone now. A cheer me about Mamma, Yamishra. And maybe our Ghana who do one. And my dear boy, brilliant. Of I also so much young meaning for Ghana, I'm sure the Casana. See, they see I'm for Ghana, and now if I Yabuda Simona, who said, no party no moon cannot correct. Into a fire, you be you among them all shield. Okay, the kind of me what points kit of me some me what 5 minutes. I'm going to be within that 5 minutes. The current Attorney General and an assistant Omu Ghana need a political damage. Very, very primitive lawyers. And if I will get the opportunity, when they leave office, I would like to know details about their credentials. I don't think they are good, prominent lawyers. They put them there because of political favors. That is what I feel. The Etosu Mienu, yes, Oman Penina or Yak Ghana or what Ghana Siciano, Empe Omani. The Etosu Miensa, Onyankupon, and they tear Oman Penini Eka politically. A dear American. Oman Penina or take Ghana Sicia, Ejina political platform so I can say me brave upon buy no. Now we piano a negative. But and could have Ghana a difficult out Ghana with me come in Ghana Ghana mean free Ghana. But Mwabusha for her on the part of Mabusha, if something is going on not good, I have every right to criticize. And if I have to praise the president, I'll praise him. Current president, why you are giving him a man to pay back? And be was some be at theater, be some be a theater. Until so but start so can look. Me who on Mampenina with me political platform so Sabi a can't say no buy or your opposite. No one say abba ebe the opposite form of it. A big shame onto the current president. My big problem. Yenya Ghana mpenifo bi ebinom de nyame akoma mu de nyame akoma so ma wo mu be gina ho back the current president. Sabe political adamoni, political nkontompo ya o mampenyi o ti Ghana HSC ano. Now I was thinking, sir, some mpanyinfoɔ no a wɔn yɛ titi ɔtotɔ mu otwa na wɔn tie wɔn mpanyin no will come and speak the truth to the president, but all of them are closing their ears and they've closed their eyes, with the exception of Papa Sofubia or your tintin gramo. We are finished. I'm saying we do or your software Ghana.
Asafo bebre wo Ghana, yeah.
We say
Asafo
or your
na Ghana
tintin
does.
kɛseɛ.
I
Or your
think asafo
tintin
bebre
kɛseɛ.
wo.
Ni dini na me fi. Oh, also for you, or your outspoken plan, no, give or tell man community.
Duncan Williams and Duncan Williams.
Yeah, it's excellent. May the rich God, the I am that I am God, bless that man. Men of dignity, support to man. He is the one who has been able to come out to tell them the truth. And I pray that God bless that man to be a blessing. I will never criticize any man of God. Why? Because I don't have the quotation with me now, but I know biblically. Onyankopɔn sɛ nea wɔsɔre a ɔbɔ ne din no afuntuo bi a ɛwɔ no mu no ɛnam sɛ ɔbɔ nyame din nti no that person is better than somebody who says there is no God. I'm not here to criticize anybody, but I'm facing reality. So onyame abie kwan no na wokura onyame anim onyam a baabi a nokora da no, we have every right to support any political party. I don't have anything against that, but when the leader is going off track, the same dignities, the same personalities should come out and tell the man to be on the right path. So, when you know, Tigans is here, make catch also one share. That's what we feel. And once now, cry be genuine feeling because of a born papa. And you see, radio station catch from Mampany on city up.
Okay.
Because you can't piano. The man is doing opposite.
Okay.
And I'll say it and I'll keep on saying it. A big shame unto him. Now the
ne boni why say any shame ne boni why any dia.
I'm not here politically. We are media man, media personality. Politically, you know what this man is doing now. As someone who begin and no be who assembly, I will read those who share from I bow down my head and I say we are the one who papa you more.
Okay.
Mamina, not some about it. I have a lot to tell this president, but with the topic by Mammy, with the way to the four. And I'm a comfort in the mini public, so I back out. I can't look actually on my penny and in for.
Okay, all right.
Mamma,
no, woman in the classroom. Woman in the classroom. Yeah, 5 minutes spent, yeah.
Oh, Barbara. Mammy, a man of fire politically. The bed dinner for my casa how many minutes?
What is a 5
minutes?
What is a 5
minutes? And I'm here
like
every family, I'm afraid because meaning who you are and at times how you behave towards me. Because why it is a gun and penny phobia or making our entire man penny. But what can contumbo woman and can crank and Sana or a group of radio station? And it's a necessary something.
Come on.
Mamma, come away, Mamma, 1 minute, me patrol. Mamma, let's come up, Bano. Just 1 minute.
Sedinam Tamakloe.
Yes. Mamma, no. Shut all your bar. Se Bemma Binanka, or yes, I knew Anka political Jimmy. I'm sorry to say this. And quite a different context. But Mamma, you're banning to be better bonnet. She ever a crime issue because a man will be about no best sanity. Now, I can't be what we are not. My problem here, the current two attorney generals, no. Umun sheye, me kawe na majai. Minim so oba me nkasa ntia no. Onti se menya facts, ni. But me maintain a side. They say a political parties in the air kasa, but me pese me nya documents ni me on both sides. And I will come to hate the attorney generals, Now currently I'm telling them through your medium say woman share. Because indemnity clause now we are going to fight that indemnity clause after this president if you are. And let me say also this, that man is not going any fifth term because Obegyina bontie wo kasa ye no. Se omampanyin bi a ote so anya de nyame na tia papa no ka no. Na ka tia bi no politically. I'm on Robert after the 4 years into a big shame onto the current president. Oh, senators
Hey,
no
madam
bow
for,
down
madam
in
for,
shame.
you're careful, you're careful with you know. Big
Hey,
shame, big shame,
hey,
big
let
shame.
me
No
tell
more,
you,
you know,
it's not,
so,
I mean,
yeah,
I
I was so
no.
winning, you know,
Hey,
so.
hey,
Okay, would
hey,
yeah, would you
tia so me
woman naso, yeah, woman naso,
tia,
yeah,
me
me
nidi
come
na
so,
temo, me nidi
woman
na temo.
naso. Eja safaka no say we wujia no kwa eno anu say obetu na nutu ochina na akwakoye ensem bebre me penisa anti no. Ya twadwumadi no say hey dedicate near 4 Stars Radio TV Atlanta Georgia USA baby or did Lawrenceville aha and I'm in my bija for na ya wo just for kind one nam e na one nam Canada one tina ya na no ay din sa so aha eti ya to so Sedinam Tamakloe ɛho nsɛm ɛna yɛka wɔfa ya breaking it down sɛ wonya verdict no bi a bɔmmɔden na kɔpɛ bi na kenkan na ɛnyɛ ɔno nko ha wohwɛ a kwabenadofoɔ opuni Collins Dowda wɔ mu nyinaa yɛakla wɔ mu nyinaa sɛ wobɛhwɛ wɔde sɛ screen no so a wobɛtumi ahu wɔ mu nyinaa mfoni ɛna ɛwɔ no wɔ mu nyinaa yɛakla wɔn da nipa no bisa sɛ adeɛ no ɔmampanin wɔyɛ wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ customs anaa wɔyɛ clearing agent anaa wohwɛ wɔ mu a wɔn di ehim sisia ɛwɔ program yi so a wɔn mu nyinaa no nti no wɔn mu biara sɛ mede ma wɔfa yɛ ɔbɛkyerɛ biara sɛ kama na anene biara katasehyɛ no porɔyɛ no ɛwɔ ɔman no mu no yɛ deɛ ɛnkyɛ biara na wɔtwe mu na wɔtwe mmienu a ɛtwa mu ɛna kyerɛ sɛ kyɛma wontumi na yɛno kɔkɔto efi ase mfie eduo no na wɔtwe mu ya so yɛm sɛ nansane no sɛ nanandɛ train ɛnam a akɔbɔ apɔnkye train a ɛkɔ mpakada train akɔbɔ apɔnkye enti ɛsɛm no esisiri eni susu paa enti no memtie mu fa kɔ wɔ biara no fa wɔ comment na fa bra na kyerɛ sɛ yɛnto adwumadie no so yɛka ebisa katahyehyɛ no porɔyɛ wei what signal ɛna signal even though ɛno ɛwɔ hɔ asɛm bisa no sɛ na adɛn nti na okokodi amanɔne mfie nson abra na ne party ɛnni so no adɛn nti a sɛ wei nyinaa wɔ hɔ ɛna wonya mmerɛnum mi biara ma ne ntwitwa angye no ɛna okoko pie amanɔne na beyond politics no ɛyɛ amanyɔsɛm yɛka amanyɔsɛm nyinaa n'ekyir no dɛn nhyehyɛeɛ ɛna yɛde ato hɔ na kyɛ sɛ katasehyɛ no koraa no wonya akwanya koraa na wakɔ akɔyɛ bi na kyɛ sɛ ɛno ho akɔ akɔba asɛm nti no mamiɛma mɛma mentie wɔ sisi a no dɛn asɛm ɛna yɛma ghanafoɔ nyinaa ne wiasefoɔ nyinaa ehunu sɛ yɛko katasehyɛ no porɔyɛ ɛna afei no so no dɛn adeɛ na ɛbɛyɛ na kyerɛ sɛ katasehyɛ no porɔyɛ no koraa no ebi ɛma so nti mentie mama
Daddy K, woni bibi.
metie
Yɛbɛgya yɛ adwuma a yɛyɛ ni yakɔjɔ ni MP. Sisi ano yama yɛ go ahead sɛ woyɛ citizen kora po na wotumi yɛ dual citizenship a wobɛtumi ayɛ. Nti yɛn nyinaa kɔ akɔtafo yi. Adeɛ no ayɛ te sɛ Ghana akɔtasi. Wotwa a arango kɔkɔɔ. Wotwa bi a wotwa gu one ɛfɛ adeɛ no sɛ glass
one tot
no wotwa bi a ebi bɛgu ho ma ebi egu nsa ho. Ọmụ nyinaa ọmụ di sika ni bi na sani ade na kɔyɛ no corruption asientu da because the question is me bisa saa kwesị na wɔfa ya ɔkasa sɛ ɛyɛ den ɛna kɔdi amanɔne for 7 years 7 years no nyinaa ne yɛ kɔti no ya anoa benin ase na ɛde ne ba me de me kɔn so yɛ ɔba so ɔyɛ bɛrima tɔkɔ no yɛ no yɛ kan ɛna ɔmo di yi n'edi. Eti adan na obi aya at least more money 1 year mpo e ne ehu se odwane ye obisa permission ba permission obisa 7 years at least adan na ko 7 years at least man 1 year not 2 years jail but we must see acquit or discharge Let's just say only assembly money be our home. In fact, Ghana, we have a long way to go. I'm so disappointed. Obisika we dino, they are koto Benz, me Benz o. Or they are koto Benz or what chilling, me can who be, me can was them, okay. Ma, wofa, you can defend them for all I care. But, wait, did it? So, what's when you be a, Oba pefre me, na me so me no unko Ghana, no.
Wafa o mami o we de o mami na atu na nuti onu say when you be and there one unko Ghana intimity wafa ya. So what are we doing to fight this corruption beyond politics? To fight corruption, because there is a corruption. We'll cross over from there's corruption. I mean, corruption is everywhere in Ghana and yet it's always been there. Until Mama rightly asked that question, say, okay, so why do you stay there for 7 years before coming? Until you've been coached or much on whatever you read through. No, look here, she was sentenced from the court of competent jurisdiction. What you say? Until whatever we are saying now, no, near can is here no. Oben says abane dania, ebesen apapium. Until they have some evidences near the but in impono, you should have some sort of conviction, but acquitting and discharge. But anyway, how are we going to fight this thing tomorrow? How are we fighting it? Because the first one the true. So what should we do in order to fight this type of corruption beyond politics? Politics but beyond the politics, what should we do?
Look, okay, thank you very much. Fighting corruption, that is, we have to elect, my appointment, people who are genuine people who handle positions and make sure they do it well. These are the people that we have to look for. But coming back to the case, do you know that in the judiciary are finding there is a prima facie against him? Are you aware about that? Yeah, aware.
No,
the judges now have sat down. They have moved forward the prima facie against him. Say, Sans Mununa Odi during a Jakpa case in a case, what do we call it? At forcing case, Okohu Jakpa secretly. Eko kachre ni say on omra me testimony say on kasem say ni enjele at forcing. The judges have sat down, Ghanaian judges have sat down, say, Omanya case against you. When they say there is a prima facie against you, it means there is something for you to be sent to court. And here they know by court, NKBI, they know by court. Judiciary no, because we tarnishing the image of the judiciary. Some of them are out. And to order yes, our case now against Ationunu, said Lomo, said Sedinam Tamakloe, you go for Dami. And some are make catch on and some more money running it down. That decay. And Yamina may judges or more trans on MPP could appoint you more. They went through all the judges before they sentence on judgment or more on and no Masandiako appeal who appeal at now they come judges for Atnas or Muse. Nientia sentence on a Nekwanswana. So what do you say? Judges who went through our says, I charge you a media body, winning and almost striking in out because there is no merit against the person. So what I say, I'm not saying say corruption in what that case. Said there will be say corruption fitani under MPP to 125 corruption cases. At Sakwa we are ye can asem. Kenofurata ye the number of them because SML Sikanu we are a Japa we are PDS we are. And this cases we himself.
To me sentence in absentia. He said Sedinam was sentenced in absentia. If you have the evidence, just do it.
That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Said the MPP people rush in that case because no my doing the person Godfred. I mean, no one here not doing the person here that. I mean, church you said that the creative committee me. Kenofo ato forcing. Say nyankopon e na ye yadom ajakpa bedi no kure. Say ato your friend saying Godfrey Dami never catch and so on can say on can yes on can say ni emfa no ntuma enka wonim say ye de no kotum enka jakpa ye na no din a no tie Godfrey Dami achi said the okoye no ni no koka opie na nke ye de no kotum nti typical example na ye Sedinam de no ni nyina ye Godfrey Dami cases nti case bia Godfrey Dami adi a ye de obi akotum bia on be ba be review ni nyina ba ko because that case no tie NDC cases no we sa papa na wo yi no
show time
yes make us kakra to for ne sa list na wabobo so mo wosoro ni nyina no Godfrey Dami na handle so cases ni nyina nti say why we against Elon Matthew me a Sedinam Matthew ne what do you think about the rest hatred keke MPP for na hatred yem form koguma omo nyahwe but omo case this time that the case ayebe group to say sa kwa miracles abuaje ne sa sika sa nkrofo we na ombekwa kodam a they cannot appeal for anything who appeal kura the evidence is there omo diska no so what you say can ofurata say ye de ne ba ye de no kotuma obi a who appeal kura emfa because sika no wadi ope awomra so what you say now we asem na mo kan Sedinam de no wan kotena brochire for 7 years o enya nanse ya no kwe enye 2021 or say 2022 yana Sedinam ko fi Ghana ko so or for a year she was in the country from 2017 not to Ghana what they say into one go this 7 years bia no to ko no
2028 or 2029 mo back yeah
David na that decay was enye 26
Abrane started saying no yeah so probably like yeah
and 2021 2022 one
maybe 5
2021 22
we can
and then the question that decay and the question now we raise is the judges in Omodino efi America buy no they have the right to bring her because they were trying her so they have nothing to say about it say be all corrupt and non corrupt when they were trying you and you come they have to extradite you so what they say and you know it has nothing to do over there but what I'm trying to say is that the cases are Godfrey Dami listening in obi who say hatred just to put the people in bars. Now, in a typical example, say ato force a for ben ato force ye di anka ye di no kotum. Say nye jakpa ada uruma jakpa be di no kure say ato force ne be hu no fie so on be kan sem ni say na Akufo Addo ni Ken Ofori-Atta say onye no all course ni emfa no kotuma. Wa meka we no kure wo quarter. Nka ato force in them by this time. But look at the finance minister, the best finance minister ever. There are all 10 things around. Dollar was 17 under them, or they about 11, or they about 10.
Okay.
Then you can't pay way up at the bank. Such a brain and you see how hatred the people are. We are so hatred. Who NDC for they don't like them. But also they are until almost starting oral cases, so na mube hu no kure wom. Miracle Abuaji's case ni the court near the Nukotuma. Ya appeal emfa.
All right.
What you say?
Martin. Okay.
Omunyina oral cases na wo ho na ye de court ni nyina MPP for na try omo a ebe fa omo ko appeal it will not work because omo wie sika no. So what you say? Until what we are talking about me dedicate. I am asem ni say
me too.
Utie me.
I woman cross woman also.
I got 30 seconds. My mean for 30 seconds. We 30 seconds. We dey Mr. Wa 30 seconds. And in that case, there may person me chere ni say. There may 30 seconds. There may person me chere ni say that case. Judiciary no ho. Omo de nukure ne ya ejuma. Ye be hu omo ye bone esesi odi omo kotum. And omo nya bone so no set you free. But when you use this as a political witch hunting, nipa nya twe kura ye opposition tie tie din kotuma. Ye hu nukure wo ho. And na Godfrey Dami be ye enti ande ye nya prima facie against him. Ye de no be kwa kotum Godfrey Dami will go to court against that. Thank you.
Mate wofaya zemude minute wofaya ni just for ka mama ya de wo ba wa kan de kitwe bi na mini emema mienu no epem so say ya muina masum until all the social media handles na fawodi ekokoto Sedinam Tamakloe after all these years and this year I say no krojin onko fie otifie ana wodi jollof until and once am na yeke wo hu ni say wote ni say chechebu ni nyina akokosi say ye ko katase ne proye de e wo man mu ana say we adanko dadadwi e just for come meet you Ya be den ya ko saadi we.
Yeah, Kwabena,
Mini.
Utimenka.
Meti on kapa. Yeah.
Okay, ye nipa fo a ye wo line so a ye kasa sisi a mum nyina ye mfa ntue ho fo. Sɛ onyame yɛ katua yɛgye no wɔ asase yi so ansa na yɛwu afi asase yi so. Ɔmampanyin a wɔte soɔ ne ne government nyame na etua wɔ mu ka ɛwɔ wɔn mu nnwuma ho politically. Mbra yɛbɛka corruption bia, I'm going to mention ɔmo a yɛkum wɔ mu sɛ obi akɔbɔ bosia 40,000. The former military ruler ɛbɛfa me wɔ fa. Lebia mɛka saa asɛm when corruption comes in Ghana. Ɛma yɛkum obi a wakɔgye bosia. Ɔmampanyin a wɔte Ghana sisi a wɔyɛ kululu bebree anadi na onyame de ne bae sɛ ɛnukurɛ ɛne nyame anim onyam bɛda adi. You will see anything that I'm sorry sorry anything that this current president touches will fail unless ɔbɛba Ghana na wɔbɛka sɛ mepa makyɛw meyɛ ɔmampanyin na meyɛ mistakes nti mepa makyɛw. Saa mogya no a wɔn innocent blood na wɔn hyɛɛ no when they
na mebo na katasisha no pro yin ho asɛm na yɛka na ɛnde ɛmfa ho yɛbɛyɛ den no yɛsia no
ɛna nyabotrɛ madam wuli nyabotrɛ no tie deɛ akɔfa asɛm a yɛka nyinaa ɛyɛ nnipa bi a yɛkum wɔ mu innocently nti government egu ɛwɔ Ghana sisi nyame tua wɔ mu ka ama yɛhu bɔne akatua nyame na ɛma saa nneɛma esi no nyame wɔ mu o wɔn sɛ corruption deɛ ɔmampanyin kaa yi bia wɔn sɛ corruption wɔn mu baayɛ no corruption ɛsafesi bebree is the evil act of the name that even the current government bears. They have just neglected or they've taken only one word out. And this Nka still remains as a military ruler now. Obekum ya of Adum ni enuanom. And what we are seeing, we are going to see more. More is on the way coming as a punishment for sharing innocent blood. And they will pay prices. After this government, maybe the Lord will have something better for whoever comes from that political party later if they change the name is being changed. Control Ghana. And most importantly, Africa. You have to sit down, not yet evaluate the democracy, how we understand democracy has a broader meaning and context. And I was here what suits Ghana and most importantly Africa. Look at the military ruler in Burkina Faso. He's not a lawyer. I don't know his qualifications. But look at what the man has laid down. Look at the formality. Look at the steps that the man is taking as a military ruler. Look at democracy. President to the bottom of the ladder. Say a president, why minister, why say, will go through the system. And also Ben will show political mature, but he's showing political corruption. What do you mean, guy?
Me too, pa. Yeah, me too.
Okay. So Ghana and I say Africa say corruption between about its barest minimum. There's nowhere in the world that when somebody comes to power, you won't see any form of corruption. Because corruption will still be in the system, but it is going to be minimized. We need decentralization of policies in Ghana and most importantly in Africa. I will plead, say, after this government, we are going to bring the constitution. We have to bring this topic out. I wouldn't like the new minority to tackle it because the corrupt government here, of Ghana, with a lot of parliamentarians, will still move the corruption aspect forward because they will go and vote for stupidity. And after this government will come, we have to go back and dig into the constitution, and then we have to change some of the aspects in the constitution. We have to have decentralization of policy. It's to me, those who wrote the constitution, dummy, stupid politically. I'm saying it on political terms. Say president now what's the OE ministers? This is colloquial mentality, stupid political science. What we have to do is to revisit the constitution and take that power from the president. We have to make the president at times very handicapped. We have to make him to a corner. He cannot tolerate corruption in governance. The current president and every president who has been in Ghana, they are helping for the corruption aspect that we see in governance. The president, current president, corruption, he is contributing about 60%. The 40% is for the other people. And when it comes and when we are going to elect the president, we have to elect ministers from the regions. And this, if we say, MPP Nina Kumasi minister elected by the Kumasi people, Ashanti region. Obiana, you were 10 ministers are from the opposition party will sit any president who comes from this president up and tell that president.
All right.
And you know what I'm saying is that we have to revisit the constitution as soon as this corrupt government in Ghana is out. And then we go and do the amendment to change the election and then the appointment of ministers in Ghana because it's leading to corruption in Ghana and almost everywhere in Africa.
Mate.
So big shame onto Ghana and the whole Africa with this colloquial mentality of practicing democracy. Love you, bro.
Mate eja safaka nia wudi ababe to aso ewa ebusiafo wi safana ina sene de bia meka no ya wola kia no wa share ne gese ye koyi ni mo anisa sa pepepe na jenyina no ha yetumi yenya memfanse yenya enkrato no na gese amaye so yehunu nia eko omanga na yenyina ye de bia meka sa asem no na yemu bi na jese yenya akwanya na ebebe pie ama no ne but wo hwe nia ekoso papa ekoso a efa ya ho bone ekoso a eno so efa ya ho nti no yebebe hye mu na se ye ka na jese yenya abotre yenya abotre Ghana amanyofo no wo mu nsuru atem didie ba akokora nanka dodo na efremu but wo tobo na wo cheche nsem na otiase a na wo hu se waka na nyansasem sa nti no yemfa akon enko nkogina akon ano ebi wo a ano brebre ema aba eto nti fa kwa wutie me wo bia no dadike ni mini mebedwafo ya yeka Ghana ho nsem ensem no de also bebrebe na wei katazeshe no prayer ya akon bepemene na yehu se ebisus ko yen ya famudie no na emom ukogina lawyer ntema na se judge bi ntema a womu ni mamamra no womu kenkan no ma kyerase pepepe senia abe nti no nia etwa so masema etwa to no kura se nti wei ebekwakosi se ya kwete no ewie asa hena na eba so obi so eye bibi a etisa yebesan ache ne biom because achiche de ekoso mehu se one Godfred bibi MPP TikTok abisi yakwakoche no nti achiche ne die nti ejesa foka ye careful opese okọ Ghana die ye careful obiebie wano a usu ne yeso penchira media menka ho nti no aban media menka ho media minia ma office ne wo fire any and I'm sister penny so no mama nti no munya me live in mama. All right, ladies and gentlemen, chemeba me twa me ho abesisi a na chese ye wie ye de kitu bi asoso ne ye wie dedicate. Joe, Mammy, am away, dear, ya can't get to be in a Sisi ano. Asemo ni se Sedinam Tamakloe unse se obi gu hu fia obi tumi akwakusiu no ewo mra kwan so me boa enti no mamiama wotemika mamiama okay about time de bia make about the wo ya de wo fa ya
Daddy K.
so obi gu hu fia so obi tumi kusiu no court enye sa
Yeah.
Nti Sedinam Tamakloe senior sisi ano ne ho aye kroche ya wo ne ho kroche se wonye boni bia no wo akwanya say obekoko siu odame ewo court na say defamation.
Yeah. Daddy K, thank you very much. Yeah, send a name si ko and Daddy K send na me chire mu no. Samu nyina mo follow me.
Unimre wo 2 minutes.
Sa na asem no tie.
Wo 2 minutes.
I you made us say yo. Sa na asem no tie nti wo hwe charges na 70 a count na e de board ni nyina na. Any merit based on law. Formulated and calculated the year ye de aye no kwan bia so ne yemfa no nkotum. Nti judges no go through case ni nyina no muhu say no. Sa na ma we nyina formulated by Odame and in crop for MPP for. Nti no ya kweti no say no Sedinam no have the right or pay Adame as you dame for defamation. So that will be pay nyama bia man and then so that is all fair. One person so person so leave the case like that.
Okay.
Was the nyankopo ama court no atie ni case adi na asema mana ya kweti no. Opesi edi mi kotum or tani ani brinti. Enti nse say nyankopo court so say ya go through and say me nye boni nti me de wasema chew. Na ma komi ba bi din.
Okay.
Nti depending on Sedinam ope or the beche no bezo obe siu no no ajiska.
Okay, you know no.
Daddy
Mamiama.
Yes, Papa.
Which dede wo chi kakra dede wo chi minim fa kwa onam.
Oh, sir.
Minya feedback.
Oh.
Minya feedback kakra.
Manya feel.
Eye kakra ya. Na mi bi se Sedinam sisi ano abra ne ho efri a wonye boni bia no betumi ekosiu Godfredame ewo defamation ana.
Ni ho free mu ye opa onkosu. Opa so onim say ya tarnishing the reputation. Onim say ya tarnishing the reputation onkosu ni enche ni obia hu say Godfredame no what kind of boni.
Okay.
Yeah, because somebody has a CCS way. What I on say 2021, Papa, 5 years.
Yeah.
Now, what 5 years? I saw free ticket in the Waba. He said that the me planning your chance, I bet you no, say, me here, young cockle.
But then I'm
away here, Papa.
Mati, it just a fucker. Things here, I can't. Why?
Kwabra,
Obit soon.
what do you mean, gang?
Meeting Kapa, obit soon, say defamation.
Okay. To me, no. The current political dispensation, a war Ghana, and the whole continent of Africa, no. I'm not going to dictate for the lady. Because political parties are rule Aquama, what current president, and they also did the same thing because of the way you elected your ministers, any regional ministers, whatever we might think of. Even if you come to developed nations, attorney general should never be picked by the president. What a colloquial and political nonsensical. But Ghana, we are accepting it. That president, look at attorney general Sayenya. Incompetency, useless, invalid. Hey, I don't have time. And to me, there is nothing that I can tell the lady. It's left to her or the lawyers, or many lawyers, and pursue. Maybe so, official innocent, no pursuer. This political nonsensity is going to be seized, and it will not pave a way for the political corruption that we are seeing in Ghana and mostly the whole Africa, because of everything is in the hands of incompetent president. And to me, I would left it to the lady. I don't want to put this lady on task because no one quite like the wire because even your deputy minister, your chenuko tumu, ama omampanyini were yet commonsensical political leader.
Madam,
Deputy minister.
yeah, Saboteur. Saboteur na kasa yi, put it here near Woka Canal. Anyway,
Let me tell you, I'm not scared of what I'm saying.
okay, but so we are not part of.
Let me tell you, listen. If you like her, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Just don't misquote me. Tell her media personality.
Okay.
Okay. If you like, we are gentlemen. What you radio? Go and stand for minister. Somebody will come and tell you on political context. I'm not talking against anybody's private life. But political career, would you bet you send you well? Then who are you as a politician?
Okay. All right. Yo,
I know what I'm supposed to
do. Yeah.
No, they make your own person credit. Then what I'm trying to tell you, sir, political journey. I mean, can't you radio station? So you be me I want you. I'm not coming to talk about your children. I'm not coming to talk about your family. I don't care about your private life. But when you are a president here, your political career is put on a scale. We have to weigh you. If you're doing the right, let's applaud you. If the president is doing something that needs to be directed, tell him. I'm not going to insult him, but you can be politically stupid. Yes. For that one, wouldn't allow him. That's why when we say politics,
okay, yo,
it's a very dirty business. And you know, if the president, listen to me, or anybody, and Twitter, the moment I overcome Twitter, will be a timid camp that minute 20. So when you're president here, you are for positivity and negativity.
Okay.
And when you go on the positive side, I will applaud him. If he comes with a policy that makes sense, I will applaud him. But what they are doing now in Ghana, awkward politically. And I mean, on political context, I'm not coming to insult anybody, but politically, if you are idiot, I have every right to tell you that we are media personality. So we are giving out, we deserve it for me to tell say we are idiot radio personality. I'm not scared of you. I will tell you the way it looks. When I mean, boy, dedicate the number one in the whole diaspora. I give you 2 thumbs up. A wonderful and a blessed week ahead. Okay?
Mate. Yo. Me that say, where did you matter maybe afiansa over beach ram? So when you person in party, wakakawa na actually me. The whole thing is there this political airspace, and I say this airspace, a very, very tricky. Into 1 year careful kit will be our channel and go out and walk out to yourself. Ebusia for near a come here any or me, mammy, my jazz of a car, offer ya, mamuna. Aside ya madam wasi se munyamre anasi nyamre e baby shia ewo mfanse efidie so na ye cheche ya adwen kakra wo enwoma ekoso ewo fie na omanga na de se yin na yin mkata se chene proye de minim ende mamiama de on de wudi wa akoni abantino waka se enye ne ochena na so emiri bi ba eto betwa ni nyina eye leadership. Yeah, your leaders na abanina no obia they are all involved in into ya na ne kan ayedin but obi ba bigina or this ade we baby one day asem ebeba debi ne yakoso no nyina no menim se abane dane a na se ye free binum so a ye betumi aba beka ho asem so dia fine ye de ye wa ha e banko ade a ye beka entimi da obi bia se wiasafa na nyina wo wutumi like a share in Midas. Moncoso, Monian Sa, and just say, you made easy so enter and call Nenim, as say, more and Mumbiti and Moazo and more Beshe. Until that K say, Adiachia, just say Macramo. Oh, Madame producer, say Andy, DJ Black. DJ Black ni womo mwaka ni na ewo Ghana womo mutu enweme di pete edema min disade anka we dem ko hune ni so ewo fine enti ne 4 Stars TV Atlanta, Georgia, you would say Lawrenceville, until open me, sa pepe. Name for Bibia, you think goose and you fame out to that key, Macramo.
This morning, the Court of Appeal issued a decision unanimously acquitting and discharging Sedinam Tamakloe, who was convicted of various offenses in absentia because, she was standing trial, and in the course of the trial, she sought permission to travel abroad for medical reasons and then remain in the United States for the rest of the trial. The trial court convicted her of the offenses charged, and then an appeal was filed by her lawyers in May 2024. I want this to be made abundantly clear that it was my predecessor who filed the appeal. However, coming into office, I reviewed what was filed, and I directed the Director of Public Prosecutions to file opposing the appeal, because we believe that the High Court judgment had merit. Now, with this judgment, I've also directed the Director of Public Prosecutions to file a notice of appeal and apply for stay of execution, meaning that if the stay is granted, the status quo will prevail until such a time that the Supreme Court has had time to review the appeal and then made a determination. So that is all that I can say for now. I have a soft copy of the judgment. I'm yet to peruse it and then come to a firm conclusion as to what will be our grounds of appeal. But I want to emphasize that I believe that the judgment of the High Court had merit, and that the United States District Court that extradited her to Ghana had a basis for making a determination that she was the proper subject for a